I decided to take it outside this time, so change the scenery. Yeah. Okay, so my experience so far as being a peer dialogue facilitator in a teamwork environment, I love it. I really enjoy having Jenna as my partner because I feel like it gives us an opportunity to really grow and just change as people. I get to see a different side of life. She gets to see a different side of life. Um, and I think it's amazing. I think it's great that the way that the teams were split up was that you had one person in the minority group or the target group and one person in the target and then the non-target group, and I think it's perfect. I think it works out extremely well. Um, we identify with a lot of the same social identities, however, so that kind of sort of I guess there's not much diversity in that aspect, but because we're dealing with socioeconomic status and race, in those two categories we do differ. So because of those two major things, I think that has a major component as far as us actually giving our dialogues. Um, the pros of it, I feel like give us when one of us falls, we can pick the other one up. Jenna has a lot of characteristics that I don't necessarily have. She has a great sense of timing, a great sense of like really like focusing on urgency and things of that nature. And I kind of sort of can be long-winded sometimes. Um, and whenever I start talking about things, sometimes I can kind of sort of go on for a while. But at the same time, we work with each other on those things. And doing our skills assessment task list, I definitely saw a lot of the things that I had that came out, and she definitely saw a lot of the things that she has and that came out. And it was pretty apparent, and we could tell that those are the things that we did together, in like not indirectly, but subconsciously, unconsciously. It was just it's a natural thing. It's just who we were and who we are. Jeez, my computer's about to die. As far as our teamwork goes, I think like really, I would really ask for another partner because I feel like we really do a good job together. Um, I wouldn't really say that we have any negatives. Uh, I don't see any negatives or any challenges. Our biggest challenge as a group is just trying to figure out how we can get people to want to participate more, or people to really want to like engage and input, because sometimes it just seems as if people are just so fearful of saying what it is that they truly want to say, or how they truly feel. And because of that, I feel like that's just a difficulty, but I think that's a difficulty across the board, not necessarily just in our group. Students just sometimes don't want to talk, so really trying to find a way to make a more connected group within the 2 hour period. A group of people who are willing to share, a group of people who are comfortable opening up and being vulnerable. And I think that starts by us being vulnerable first. They look at us as kind of sort of the leaders, so it's kind of difficult if we're not being vulnerable in the same setting. But at the same time, we try our best to be as vulnerable as possible. Um, I know personally, I try my best to give personal stories, personal attributes, and Jenna does the same thing that way. So it shows that we're making an effort to be just as in that space, just as in that environment, just as in that setting as the rest of the students are. So that's something that we really emphasize on and really focus on trying to do. Um, so far though, like I can only expect better things. I know that our cohesion started to increase. It started to get stronger. I know the sky's the limit as far as like our facilitating days go. We're finding more information, more things that we can use in our conversations and our dialogues that really aid and really draw those questions out of people, so that we're not actually even asking questions anymore, but it's to the point where they're asking questions and we're really just facilitating. So that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed it. But I love working with Jenna. I hope she loves working with me. She seems like she does. And I just can't wait to see what else comes of everything that we do here. So, Ian out.